Nobody raised the question, why are we talking about this over Signal? And nobody said, hey, who is JG? Because you show up in a little bubble as your initials. And no one at any point said, who's JG? And when I withdrew from the group, you formally remove yourself. You hit a button. It says JG has removed himself from the group. I assumed that somebody would say, hey, who just removed himself from the group? Nothing. I mean, it's a level of incuriosity. I guess that's the polite way of saying it. It's a level of recklessness that I have not seen in many years of reporting on national security issues. I removed myself and I started writing the story to expose the security breach. I found out what I needed to find out. A, that it was real, and B, that it did represent the kind of gap, the Mack truck-sized gap in their security that I could never have imagined a White House experiencing. I say this only half jokingly. I mean, I'm sitting in a Safeway parking lot watching my phone and realizing, oh my God, this might be real. I think Pete Hegseth just sent this group actual targeting information, actual sequencing of an attack. And I'm holding on to the phone. I don't want anybody to... And then I thought to myself, well, I mean, I guess they're lucky they didn't send this to a Houthi by mistake, or to a foreign diplomat, or to somebody who would plausibly be in one of their phones. I guess that counts as a kind of luck. That's why they're not supposed to use open source, privately owned messaging services. They're supposed to keep all those conversations on what they call the high side. That's the classified side, where only government officials who are cleared to talk about this stuff get to talk about it. That's why they have that. Interesting chat. It wasn't just CIA or intelligence officials, not just defense officials. The Secretary of State was there, the Secretary of Treasury was there, the White House Chief of Staff was there, White House political aides like Stephen Miller, I believe, was there. It was a pretty broad group given that the level that it was at. It was just a kind of an all-encompassing coordination group for a specific action. I would say, to answer your question, I've been surprised by most aspects of this story since I first got invited into the Signal chat. It's a combination of extreme bad luck. How could you possibly invite the editor of The Atlantic into your chat? What are the chances of that? And also just real anxiety and anger, both about the sloppiness. Remember, American service people were involved directly in this attack.